Let's talk Star Wars. What is up, guys? Roguebeats here, and welcome to another stationary video. What? But today we are actually talking about something serious, but at the same time it's something I really want to talk about. I'm actually wearing a Jurassic Park shirt. Yeah. I know it's not a Star Wars shirt, but as you can see, my closet's a mess. So, yeah, I only have like one shirt, so all the rest are in my drawer. But let's talk Star Wars, and just because, you know, episode 9's coming pretty soon. At the end of the year, it's coming pretty soon, and I just wanted to I wanted to talk about my thoughts about it. If you guys see my review, link down in the description, you guys know how I feel about The Last Jedi. If you guys actually seen my review for The Last Jedi, you guys know how I feel about that movie, but I didn't really talk about the whole of the Star Wars universe. I honestly want to show you guys like my feels about what is going to happen to the Star Wars franchise and what I feel should happen, which is not going to happen, but you never know. There's a lot riding on this ninth movie. This ninth movie, which JJ is going to direct. Now, I have no doubts that JJ is going to do a good job. He directed a bunch of movies that I love. He directed the first Force Awakens movie, which I thought was great and was setting up a lot of stuff before Rian Johnson came in and ruined everything and made me feel like, oh my god, Star Wars is dead. What the hell? And, you know, to see that he might get a damn trilogy, do not touch my Star Wars. You can bleep that if you want to. Do not touch my Star Wars, Rian Johnson. Because I might have grew up on the prequels, okay? You hate if you want. I grew up on the prequels, but I went back and watched the originals. I read the books, the comics, and everything. I actually have some over here that I can show you. I actually have an original, like, Star Wars comic right here. Maybe not original, but it's from Lucas Books, and it's from Dark Horse Comics. I read this. I actually really like it, honestly. But, like, I am such a big fan of the Star Wars universe. Crap, I have, like, a ton of lightsabers that I still play with to this day. I mean, because I'm such a man-child. But I love the Star Wars universe. Everything about it, everything that George Lucas has done, I really appreciate. And whenever Rian Johnson came into the picture and started ruining it, started eating away at my childhood. And I'm just like, I don't want him anywhere near this new state of movies where I'm not even sure where it's gonna go, especially coming off of the heels of what he did with The Last Jedi. He wrote and he directed it, so there is no blame on anyone else but Rian Johnson. So that's why he does not deserve his own freaking trilogy. I didn't like The Last Jedi. I didn't buy The Last Jedi. I got The Force Awakens in the other room. I watched it, but I didn't buy it. I'm not going to watch it again. I'm not going to buy any merchandise that comes from The Last Jedi because it defiled everything that I love about Star Wars. And debate me if you will, I don't care if it's subverting expectations. That wasn't subverting anything. That was just, hey, let me see if I can destroy everything that JJ was setting up for actually a entertaining trilogy. Now, I can harp on all about this all the time, but the thing is, I already did it. And you guys know my grievances about it. But at the same time, I feel like Star Wars might be coming to an end. And I hate to say that, because with The Last Jedi, it opened our eyes to how mediocre these movies actually are. Now, The Last Jedi was by far the worst, but let's go back. Let's go back to Force Awakens. Wasn't a bad movie. I mean, of course, it was borrowing aspects of the last movie trilogy. But at the same time, it was not a bad movie. It was setting up a lot of good things, had a lot of its own thing going on, too. It wasn't a complete remake. It was just, paying homage. And, you know what I mean? And then You know, we have Rogue One, which actually was not bad, actually. I liked Rogue One. I thought Rogue One was actually a pretty decent movie. Especially the Darth Vader scene. Dear God, was that a great scene. Um, the Darth Vader hallway scene at the near the end of the movie. That was worth the wait. You know what I mean? And then, you know, Battlefront 2 comes out, and holy bejesus, was that a terrible game. Like, campaign was short, and, you know what I mean? You're supposed to play as the freaking, you know, you're supposed to play as the freaking Empire, then you play for the Rebels, and they say, oh, it's canon. Shut up. Shut up. You can't just make anything canon. You have to have a arc. You have to have a certain story element that you guys did not give it to have it be canon into the universe. That's what I hate about what's going on with the new Disney Star Wars, is because they think they can make anything canon with the fans, and then we have to be okay with it because, oh, if we don't like it, we're just toxic masculinity nerd boys, fanboys that only love the old days. No, I actually liked the way that this franchise was gonna go. I actually liked The Force Awakens. I thought The Force Awakens was actually a pretty good freaking film. I thought that had its own merits, and I thought it could stand on its own as a Star Wars film. Last Jedi feels like someone saying, you know what? F you. F your Star Wars. I don't give a damn. That's what it felt like Rian Johnson. No, it didn't even feel like... That's what he did. He said F Star Wars. I don't care. I don't even care if Rian Johnson did make a couple of episodes of Breaking Bad. Probably a couple of that pissed me off about that show. Breaking Bad, amazing show. Bryan Cranston's always a win. Especially Aaron Paul, too. But I don't care what he's directed in the past. I'm going off of what he did to Star Wars. He single-handedly about ruined the franchise, as well as EA. EA about ruined the franchise as well with the Battlefront and Battlefront 2, which are just microtransaction simulator with, oh yeah, Star Wars. It's just so generic and just awful. And then you have Solo, which I didn't even see and I won't see, but I've heard is really bad. I mean, of course you can like it. Any of these movies, you're okay, you're fine. But who really asked for a Han Solo movie? Who really needed a Han Solo movie? And just all the changes they did infuriated me. I didn't watch it, but I know every single plot point that is in that movie, and I don't like it at all. You're telling me that Han Solo never really learned how to fly. You're telling me that Han Solo just has a computer in his damn Millennium Falcon, and that's why he can fly the way he does. That, you know what I mean, this person that we idolize sometimes, is nothing more than some random dude who actually didn't work for his skill. It's stupid, and the whole Kessel Run thing was so underwhelming that it was brain-numbingly just... And I'm just really scared to see where Star Wars is actually going to go. And, you know, if this 9th movie isn't good, Star Wars might be done, you know, as well as cinematic goes. Because I know we're getting a new season of Clone Wars, which I've only watched maybe the first or second season, but I would love to go back and watch it if we're getting another season of it, because I feel like that's authentic. That's authentic Star Wars. The Clone Wars is authentic Star Wars. It's like whenever it happened before Disney got it. So it's like, that's like one little piece of authentic George Lucas magic that we have left without Kathleen Kennedy or anyone else at Disney trying to manipulate it and make it for a profit. I don't want to see EA have the franchise after whatever games come out. I know that they're working on another one, slipped my mind what it's called, but I'll probably put it up right here. That actually looks pretty good, and it's like a third-person action game. It's called, Knights something. I don't know why my head's blanking, but I'll put, like I said, I'll put it right there. Well, Cosmo will. But I'm just so scared to see where this is going, and I don't want EA to have creative rights to it anymore because they've just bastardized it, as well as Titanfall, but that's another story. But they just bastardized the Star Wars name and how I feel about it. Because I felt screwed over once, you know, Battlefront 2 I was looking forward to. Maybe they were going to actually keep their promises. It was looking promising. And then the whole controversy. But that happened. And like, okay, I guess, you know, it's EA. What I expect. So I canceled my pre-order for Battlefront 2, and I'm like, at least I have the movie to look forward to. Crushed my dreams. And this is a lot of pressure on J.J. Abrams' shoulders to carry this franchise or put the nail in the coffin of this franchise. That's how I feel like this 9th movie is going to be. It's either going to be the one that gets you excited to see more of what Disney has in store, or the nail in the coffin to the franchise that Rian Johnson and Disney killed, as well as EA. But it's just so sad to see something that I've grew up loving and absolutely adoring to fall on its knees and just, you know what I mean? The fans are actually speaking out about this, but we're fanboys and we're toxic and we're, you know, maninists, and we're just fools, apparently. We don't care about Star Wars, apparently. Or we only want it to be our way. That's not true at all. Honestly, I just want to see Star Wars as something that I look forward to again. That being said, if this 9th movie does not fix the problems that The Last Jedi made, I probably won't ever see Star Wars again. Now, I'm not actually joking. Me, the biggest Star Wars fanboy there is, you know, one of them at least. I probably, if the 9th movie is not good, and it is the nail in the coffin, I don't want anything to do with Star Wars anymore. Because, especially with the ending of Force Awakens, if you guys haven't seen it, go check out my review for it. Especially with the way they're going now. Because it's getting way too political. And it's getting way too just one person's vision rather than the vision of a creative, you know, team. And if JJ, hopefully he can, but I'm not even sure how he can. I'm not sure how he can fix it. At all. Because they already pretty much killed off Luke Skywalker. Spoiler, sorry. Cosmo put a spoiler before I say that. And, you know what I mean? I don't know how they can go from here. Carrie Fisher's dead. So, you know, we can't have Leia. Han Solo, he's dead. So, what? We're just left with Rey, whose parents are literally nothing, apparently. And she's so powerful that she can just do anything she wants because the writing allows her to. She's lazy writing. But if the 9th movie is not good, I will not watch another Star Wars movie. Maybe the Kenobi movie, because Ewan McGregor's awesome. But I won't step in a theater to watch another Star Wars movie because of how they treated this franchise. I'll watch Clone Wars. I think Clone Wars is awesome. I'm actually going to probably go back and watch the first season again and watch it all. But I'm hoping to God that JJ actually makes this one of the greats. From what he has to work with, I'm not even sure he can. And I'm actually sad. Like, legitimately, I'm sad for the future of this franchise. Because I love Star Wars. And I just don't want to see it go down this path. Those are my thoughts on Star Wars, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know. Let's talk about it in the comments. Keep it civil. But until next time, Robeats out. Damn it. Motherfucker. I'm not doing this on purpose, I swear.